years no VALCO will never succeed. You know why? Adia yana yame wanwa was asemi mu nyina ne say. Robert Sambian, Makacho said, "Ono na no ye director of finance for 17 years e wo VALCO. VALCO ka abo nyina ne sika ye hwehwe bia ye hunu ye de bia broso sika sam tutu ye bia course of VALCO for 17 years was under the care of Robert Sambian. He was disbursing the money. And you see, he is in a better position to know, say, VALCO hiamwa, and I say VALCO hiamwa. Now, the other man will say, oh, pursue the agenda, is simple. Time I know you're director of finance, no? Only workers in Kwakasa. I say managers now, what will you do? What will you sika? What will you sika pa? No more you no more interest in no more person investor, baby, you money. And the workers no more no nyina wo munya no kro no more pay investor for the measure adwumanim ade na sesa ya na Sambian ba free finance as director of finance wa free ho no ba ba ye CEO na friend ye enwum na auto ne kane no enwum na sesa. The last time the interview oko channel 1 na okoye ye city okoye ya me bo video ni wa ha ma no double standard. At one breath, Ojitu say VALCO is not in a good standing. VALCO nyamwa, VALCO no egu. And for that matter, woman nyamwa. Afe do baby no I say kana. Oh, we are doing well. We are doing better. Doing well now. Who boka no? And no doing well. No say. Not just say. Ebia last year no oboka 300. This year no oboka 290. In the ebia sa 10 no. Interval them no. They are doing well. And you see, when I realize said they are misinforming even government representatives, I was that issue when I check. It got to a point of making sure say, and you don't quote, I'm more money ya jeno. I'm making sure so I'm painting like a chumesia or no guide see you, no painting the black and not Magana for someone no woman or person or ton VALCO. Makacha will say. If you na yet no, the nyamia shrani your money dia. What you say? Omodu omani si la ya chumesi so your mother say, and come good and masiama na kwesi say onu mom and no person serving interest be forgetting say he represents the government and the president of the Republic of Ghana. And for that matter, it was a president no idea and no be executive. Inti ade bia na ya tweme so ya guidance CEO ebe no or executed the plans, the vision of the president of the Republic of Ghana. But because the people had their own interests, they decided to paint the man black. And they started hopping from one TV station to another TV station. But the yana say, "Many no be no mo some chop for no some say na ba." Omo dive deep into the issue to ask the necessary questions. Because me Sambian betra mani ma question medical bisan and say why a director of finance for VALCO for 17 years and consistently the company no making losses. What is the guarantee a trust who bet me manage VALCO? Ejuma was supervising the kasama amana company na boka to the point say moon to be crunch yamuka. Tio eye dan na me kwa akoto phone we ya ba benane. Raw material na me koto na maboka me de ka na ba fie mabedru na me ba be nane ade kro no ma ya production na ade kro na ba be dane phone ye kura me ya production wi ade ma sa boka we production nim afa Samuel interview na me ne ye no what you say the nti omoboka no because some of the plant machines no mo di adwuma no they don't have it, they have to rent ometua rent no mo rent ne ka. Eto amoba production na maboka. After production na ye cotton finished product no crowd we wiase adwama so a price na one market no crowd very good no na VALCO nko cotton finished product no must have boka the car be fie ah na your personal company I think I won't ton saka ba na kwa ton company the buy na wo cotton raw material aboka wo be production wo aboka finished product no so kwa na obeton na wo de ate wo kaso bi no no wasa ton aboka asem we ye ka wo he na se meka no be ti baby na na dwe ne say oh e bia ya Sambian no pe na se me pe na se say then why me then why me now today mo hunu say enye de keke na me ye wo VALCO ho me say until His Excellency John Dramani President Mahama, I beg you, please, I beg you, as soon as possible, they are misinforming you. As soon as possible, I will say Sambian Oko. More funny tonight, we investigating me. A hokra here bibia. We need to investigate Robert Sambian. You not chairman, also I was here investigating. Me can't so ebony be until I'm here investigating. Ni afa no kro bomumbra mia me papa me bra panyi hore sankra board chairman ono kra podo se president makato se board dey dissolve because se board ne mu ache hore sankra one squad and other one now almost so pursue president agenda no almost so what fact enti enema ni bo hore say car other board members ne nya adwen. But it is assumed so no your board chairman no or no this position ni bulebule nkrofo. Now what be one here that say board chairman kwaya staff deba no ye meetings no no oba. Ye ni we ka board be hia e bia ye bosome mienu e bi kwa no quarterly no ma committee. No money management na kwatira se ahwe. Next one ne wo ko VALCO horizon crowd na wo afro sorry management niema ne staff niema omo ye assist all your staff. Assist all your management member. Somebody that the president has entrusted in you. Sakwana ko make sure some vision ye be implement no. Okodru ye ni nima de kwa Robert Sambian be so kire no. I don't know. And I have no evidence to that. It's maker. But the attitude, the actions, me kasa me bra panyi horisanka wo da na di no ensure say president na asoma. And you see, board chairman bia wo say president abani vision. Maneso ade hunu ni adwuma we say na me pese ye enti me kwatena ho enti no kwana kokose manamu na make sure say saaniama na me pese eba ni nyina no it will come to pass. It will kwadu ana say wo ye other way round then it is assumed say president na wasoma no kra wumbu no enti na no Friday na me bisa wo resanka say is it because say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will not be contesting in 2028? That's the reason why you are disrespecting him. Is that the reason why? Because obia obeka no kra me se no kra ye ba akopɛ say we didn't try one no ye bebre and VALCO issue we have been consistent mano ye ba ako me say eye den ana adwuma egu na ya sejisi ya discabeshim mame fa CMG hanya example na alaji agongo su o wo kemi ya investor di sika ba be she adwuma mu ama adwuma na ye yie na na pienti su o dia bi wo de fa sika no mame wo nya investor na fa ne ma wo de fa sika no mame me metimi aye eno bi na Robert Sambian ne ayi abaye ye no eno bi no ye owian wasa akodi ntro e dia kire adwuma ye fo ne say investor no kra ba obayimodi mami nya fanto hu wen kire time kwabnadofo Dr. Kwabnadofo EIB network kwamo setting app no hwe I was part of the radio stations ni bi omo toy and I former Chief Julius Zebra chief of staff chief of staff the radio station near Ago FM ye will be Accra na near will be one Nkoko na near sign in the building na mu near yemienu Kwabnadofo omo to TV station radio station no na me ye adwuma ho ye anyimadi o ye promote me to marketuam Bolare, he was my former boss, CEO. Obamode say ye nyina. Wow, ana sambra na ohwa katua na Chief Julius Zebra de Maya. Chasani aye de ye ho tayen. Na bedru so so obosa de bi be ka ho no ene wo say ye. Ne ye ne gi agi ye ho nya asem keto asambra no bi so obia na oye adwuma wo yi ya bibia be ka kire wo. Se na wo ye adwuma wo yi ya bia ne ye jealousy. Bakat kasapa ye guy. Kwabadu for better company why you be adio rather no or making your life better. But I will tell you, say, I want you to feel good as a presenter. Emalindate, who was the HR, Emalindate say, hey, presenter, the open person will you that come no yet, man, feeling good. Yes. And the investor be anyone not doing ye, Juma. Abakacho say me kwa me dimisi kwa share Juma bi mu na say nipa wo mo boa me Juma na betimi akosora me kwa ya me total overhaul and even here agreement ya buying this investor na ye kire say oba o from won san cover kwa Juma ye ni bia rather you add more. You are rather going to add more and make sure you better their conditions. But you see, they are there. One said that make catch or say, and Kwafona, union chairman, no but boya, and ya no move Gina and you was some way VALCO workers, no, Kaiwamo, so I'm yard was saying. They are the people they are misinformed and they are misleading. And you see, some company and you say, some around now, and then I can say, some time when you had your corner back at what I'm young now, and I can VALCO over two. I'm here for sell a bomb. Some of them intimidation back was Sabalando, and also some men in a Casawa church near Bamu, our FDA Sudia, and I come more because we're in Kabaya mass production. And I may Kroma because Yanim who cried you may be a mad, you're begging and you saw a man or cry, you man only a tiny. Uti anye yani abon transfer say baby or where transfer na baba dear transfer be any baby and one better na one be adwuma and you see investor ne beba or the sika baba be shem amia better Samuel Ando any ni nuan more VALCO ya better mo condition na wo mo wi a wo ma san for nipa fofra ka ho adwuma esi ho over the years a entimi nya mfaso. Now over the years, the cry has been yenya investor, yenya imwo, yenya sikao, and at the idea now, Sir Robert Sambian person plenty picture bit to say, lawyer Chuma Simbo na wapaso wako for bibe share jumadi. And at the idea now, Sir, is it not the same Sambian who was the director of finance for 17 years for VALCO? Is he not the same person? And then Sambian for open catch rain. Me say VALCO must work again. And was say VALCO jina now so me ye juma biem. And you be interested in what has here serve you. Into His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I'm begging you. Meaning so we are very tolerant. But me show a drew baby ahu. I was say what share run is a chadi bi kakra. Now who take action be nipa who say we are tolerant and not just so better me taking it for granted. Because by now, and can say you dissolve board in our VALCO no. Total overhauling. You dissolve board no. Ni a real baako me and say nine and no be omwa. Among president ya adwen no. Ni a de bia ka ho ni a form another board. Ni a ye another board chairman. Ni a making sure so pursue president agenda. Because president intimi ma obi adwuma. Amani pani kodru wanya na anyi so be fight president back. Na anu asema be ka kire mo ana enkofobia oh there be document na me kan ma mo no from the presidency o. Bisa wo say e na me sa document no me sa kan document a Dr. Kalisto sign. Now kaza you open documents sa na obi anya bi. But you see answer na me de ma no be kan sem bia me make sure say me sa ka bibi. Tana me kaima mo na no Friday no Emma me di horizon kra ho yawo eye me ya na me bisa me ho say edem bone na president Mahama de aye no because asase a president say ye pese ye di we industrial park and you see oni Sambian mo na aye sa de no because me che say Sambian ne nkrofo bi ekogina ekona na no ho say mo mu ntie mo na de me wa asase no TDC na ehwe so no malizi amamu na mo afa anya hwe ena ebere na so ena omo so o magye asase no because president say or the Beye industrial park and you see they have forgotten the importance and impact sa industrial park ne be yama Ghana youth. They are not considering it. No one be say we say this asase no ade for years ama afa anya hwe no and now wabaka so na e ka me na wona wu hu dia wonya ho no and na ye dia asase no ma wada na betimi dia ye. But you see money sent you for some question ho some no mo ye meet you said then no mo ye ma mo said then yo and also many evidence intimi ka ho asem but adia bia asem bia no ye twa asem no ho propro wa bi ne ye de aka asem because say ye tie na no akinim say camera yi ya kan say na na pienti se sa camera yi something be adwuma anopa onfa no fa kokosi anim ho no obi ba be fa de aya no akiba ya o se o da bi mo fa camera ni ma mesi abak na de be ya de edo bi na ye sa industrial park na sa no president of the land se me pesa me di asase we ABCD na wona president you know also ne crofobia kaya kwalabo atrakata the audacity that they even got to write letter to Dr. Callistus say sent you for some baby aye fertilizer production and we think say no na be eti asase asawo Ghana asase asawo tema enye ni sasamwa asase president abomode abomode agreement say ya fanya industrial park aye de be bia djuma ama kofo nya bia aye no yesi ye di kwaye centrofo e pasase de akoye fertilizer production ti no yen kofe no umbu ade because e bia wadwi mu no president Mahama on contest biomenti. Really? But you forgot said the next 4 years here ye nimu ono na Ghana for ye di tumi ama no wo di tumi ba ko say tumi na wo say wo de ye niama wo ye ni nyina you derive it from the president and your president no wa pone kakra and wo de ama the last time no be say VALCO na si one over the years no na wo timi sori anopa dware e ko say wo ko VALCO in your capacity as who but ene president Mahama ene wanya tumi no pone kakra ba enti wo sori anopa wo dware a wo timi tu na say me ko VALCO in your capacity as the board chairman enti ka boni a president Mahama aye ono no boni a waye ono no se wa kwa hu enemy within e wo ho na wo no mo ye kolabo me ade asambia mo ye no enye nwanwa because o ye MPP ni enti di o ye no enye nwanwa and I'm not against so be your MPP ni am ye management but see eba mu adwuma be wadwe so be sabotage aban ne de ye ntiasia mawo that is my point so aban ne ja wo say ye adwuma e wo say obi ka if you go to Rome you do what the Romans do wo ye MPP ni na say wo da president Mahama mamuo mu wo ye adwuma you must make sure say wo ye adwuma be satisfy president vision simple as ABC do obi anu ni problem Obiano ni problem o. But other way around, you know what the problem. You know who be your problem. VALCO asemono, whatever be the case, Sambian dear President Mahama, I was so permanent and investor no crabba. Because one way no one permanent investor no crab could do one more. One shall sabotage or wouldn't be feminine. No beauty me acquire collabo and fire canana, mon blocking investor and see a mark crime or mon cotton and were planted who and she said, Sika in the moon. Now was a bit to one account for $200 million, Ebra, Ubenabi. Near the sense can show with them, a quite man have a first of managing. Because over the years now, one manager company the finances, no. If I saw a company no make it, because at that time, no, you realize that Uncle Phobina a church in a company new go. I don't know that they walk occupy the same position. Now can't have from. So as I expose you, and you'll be na expose you. One I will expose you. And misinformation no the carbon say no you see we are doing well we did better this year with eswa bua kwana kwasho mu kratam hwe e kasuso ensu monya kaketwa plant ya mo bibi kura say ya mutimi replace bibi say ya mutimi replace you call this say we are doing well omuka say etieni echenkure. Now we have a catch them say, I when you invest in the banner say, me yes can me who bet me manage. And the only and went to me find in a company in Aboka. A Quembia so VALCO will surely bounce back. And the Quembia so nipa woman and was some more better more conditions of service. Someone like can't send me a man I am dead. And I see say he's a genuine person. Or say, we are branching in Yamia what drum now near Juma or VALCO. Hey, madam, phone lines near activated. nyame ya wadwum eya wadom na nya adwuma o VALCO na monya Samuel line no wadwuma ma me pamcho me pe na bia wo soro Same otiminka answer am na me hwese same batiminka Samuel otiminka Hello me pacho me sound no ba me say voice ni empie e ma me ntinka yie nti me pacho Jeff monya wadwuma ma me Samuel Hello Debbie monya wadwuma e ma me why me sremu a na yentimi ento aso me pacho we a statement by concerned workers of VALCO afedi e betom mo hwe no man break mi bie mo cause me so free no man hwe na interview na nya amaso Hello Samuel so na monya wadwuma Samuel me call me to sound about maintain se nipa na kasa me to kokoko bi wo enti a chese connection ni bi na bi nya adwuma yi a me pa cho mo connect no emfa ne to machine no so ma me na so ono na ntimi nka o se me so na me ntini nka o ye ntimi eni nkomo no tew na ne ye pese ye ka no ye nka na kwan bi a befa so a o befa course na no so ye wo wasem enti ye ho adwuma se na wo connect line ya emfa ide wan hwe abeka cha me se o connect phone na emfa enti ye ntimi fa phone course ene de ye emfa no nchew and then you be alasa kaswa money brighter busho ka mu nyina will come after you Davidson nti ye dika ka chiro na wada ho so na wa ma me ma ye ene na excuse bi ani Jeff yankwa na Davidson ayeye empa chomo connect no because me tse ade na ye kokoko but mentene nka Pacho for petition to suma me na me kind of quick one make ya wie no na Samia homa no atom me Pacho when a statement by concerned workers of VALCO or say it has become necessary and urgent to bring to your attention recent developments in the Volta Aluminium Company Limited into bracket VALCO with the objective of seeking your intervention to halt an imminent collapse of the company. Your Excellency, the current happenings at VALCO are likely to frustrate your government's efforts to position VALCO on its proper place as the anchor of the Ghana integrated aluminium industry. Thus, the decision of concerned VALCO workers to write to you. Your Excellency, catalogued below are the decisions of the CEO and some of his staff, which we consider to be inimical to the long-headed desire to have an investor with the technical and financial wherewithal to partner government for the revamp of the company. Number one, the desire to locate a strategic investor came up back in the years after the exit of the original owners of VALCO in 2004, but was escalated in the years following that. This has since engaged the attention of management and board that have been in place over the period. This led to the appointment of PwC in 2022-2023 under the NPP government as transactional advisors for the search of strategic equity investor in VALCO. Subsequently, a committee including representatives from VALCO and GUIDEC was set up to work along PwC to select an investor. Mr. President, this committee has the current CEO of VALCO, who the head of finance was then, as a representative of VALCO on the committee. I love this number 2. Afegana for moment say me maintain Sambian. Maybe you have to me to no maintain Sambian mo. Maintain no. Minim no baby I didn't na maintain no. But ejuma na all ya no ho hia say ya kan wasam ya dey put it in check ya be kan wasam. Now listen to this number 2. I say ha na say I say Sambian no kra na kwa gina omo VALCO for edam he was the representative on the committee. All right. Number 3. All through 2022-2023 investor selection, the processes, the now CEO of VALCO made us the workers believe that the management of VALCO at the time were sabotaging the process of having an investor on board. and have resorted to delay taxes and other means to frustrate the process. This resulted in a protest by the workers, which eventually led to the sacking of the then CEO. 4. At the time, the now CEO of VALCO made us believe that, considering the state of the VALCO plant, the only way to revive and make it competitive was to get private capital and expertise through equity financing, and that the books of VALCO could not support debt financing. Number 5, Mr. President, power change, and the leadership thought it appropriate to continue with the process of finding an investor for the modernization of VALCO. Thankfully, we heard in the news that a committee set up by minister has settled on an investor for the retrofitting of VALCO and submitted its report to ministry for further action. Number 6, since this announcement, the plant has seen unrest and agitation led by union leader Ajimai Watchman against the wishes of majority of the workers. The union leader and management of VALCO have resorted to intimidation and fear tactics to try to whip all workers in line with the agenda to frustrate any investor coming on board. It is unfortunate, Your Excellency, to state that the CEO is a lead person in the sabotage of your government's efforts to engage prospective investors. This, we believe, is to secure his position as CEO should an investor acquire majority shareholding in the company. The CEO demonstrated this broad daylight when he engineered the VALCO local union leadership to prevent some prospective investors from entering VALCO to tour the facility. Oh God. Number 8. This same CEO has stated his position to the building of an industrial park on an idle land that has since inception was leased to VALCO but has now been earmarked for the industrial park. This will certainly deprive teeming Ghanaian youths the badly needed jobs. The CEO and some management and board members went as far as getting the Pond traditional leadership to rise up against the project. Number 9, with the status approval of the CEO, the local union leaders are intimidating workers to support the action of the CEO without giving a free and fair platform for them to air their views on the matter. Mr. President, it will interest you to know that the CEO and his management team have turned a deaf ear to all the unlawful acts of the local union without recourse to investigation, as has been the practice in the past, to bring perpetrators to book. Number 10, Your Excellency, our CEO has been spreading falsehood about the true state of the company to the board and the ministry. A couple of weeks back, he got a news item sent out indicating that VALCO had made a profit of $3.19 million for the first quarter of 2026. Your Excellency, we will all be happy for such good news. However, the fact is that information is false. That information is false. We are unable to pay our energy bill in full and are also indebted to some of our suppliers. 11. Your Excellency, the CEO has resorted to borrowing of debt financing into brackets, a model he condemned when he was head of finance. And we believe he did not go through the right protocols. Recently, it was published in the Workers that an amount of $60 million has been secured from an unknown person or investor. And that is the more reason that the CEO is shunning credible investors brought by the government. Mami says Samuel Betemenka. Samuel. Hello, Samuel. So now I'm into someone count Jeff.
Hello.
Someone I found out to make Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Me patron to say.
Bacho me ho ye na so e.
Nyame adom me ho ye pa. Me pa cho wo ye dia wo VALCO.
Bacho me na me ye manager, me role me player senior metallurgist.
Senior
Adwuma me ye. Eye say product ye wa ha nyina no me na me chere say product no eye quality ye okay betimi dey akoma customer and fan ye dey akoma customer.
Wow, fantastic. And you ne pa toa. All right, thank you. But me saka petition bia me hu say wo contact e wa ase. My kind petition ne kakra fe na medu na mato about complete reading it after me ne wo interview no. Na wo betimi am me a brief of VALCO currently. Mo situation am wo mo VALCO den.
Okay. We dey mama pa kwanya iso enchia wa tie po nyina me planchia president and your sector minister and the other CEO. Question here what be say VALCO make us yetibia mu nye okrede baako yetibia mu nye nyoma nkoye kra because then there be a work no plant na your plant I betimi I employ a lot of youth. And I share integrated aluminium industry now. Dr. Nkoma, I na against or yana VALCO, and I hear the pivot. The other